Hello and welcome back to another episode of Father and Sundays, the unexplainable guide to absolutely nothing. This week is our 12th episode and we are talking about holiday camps. Not camping, holiday camps.
I can't believe we're 12 episodes in.
Yeah, wow. Anyway, stick around if you want to hear more.
Right, so, another subject.
Yeah,
holiday camps.
That's what we do every week. Come up with another subject. Yeah. Even as it gets harder, as weeks go by and we decide the day before what we're going to do.
Yeah, it's not ideal, is it? But, so we've already talked about camping, and we touched a little bit on the fact that we might speak about holiday camps in a further episode.
Did we foreshadow this podcast?
We're all about the foreshadowing.
Yeah. You listen back to all of the podcasts and we are foreshadowing a big reveal.
I know. It's all building up.
We're not really.
No, we're not. We haven't got a clue what we're doing.
We make it up as we go along.
We absolutely are. 11 of diamonds.
Was it 11 of diamonds?
I don't know if it was 11 of diamonds or not. So if they haven't listened to that episode, it won't make any sense
whatsoever.
It's
like 11 of diamonds makes sense, doesn't it?
Exactly,
not the Jack of Diamonds.
Jack of Diamonds, that was what it was, yeah.
Almost 11, isn't it?
Right, anyway. Holiday camps. I feel, again, I have a love-hate relationship with holiday camps. And we've been to a lot. I mean, I didn't used to go when I was a kid with my family, but I did go a couple of times with a friend's family.
Did you cheat on your family for another friend's family?
I did cheat my family.
Did anyone in that family try and kill you?
No, it was a completely different
family.
Yeah.
That's a callback to a camping episode where we were found out that Dad's gone through a lot of trauma.
I have gone through a lot of trauma in my life. Anyway, so love-hate relationship with it. But when you were kids, when you were smaller, we went to a number of them. So my first question...
What number?
11 of diamonds. My first question to you is memories from holiday camps. Good memories from holiday camps.
Hang on, you're asking me about 2-3 minutes into the podcast to use my brain?
Yeah, I know.
I normally make this up as I go along.
I know you do, but this is a chance for you to shine. So,
right, what's your question?
My question again is, what are your memories of holiday camps? Because you went, well, the first time you ever was at a holiday camp, you were at Pylons, but
I remember
you
it
hadn't
fondly.
been born at that point. Your mum was 7 months pregnant with you, I believe, around that, I believe.
I believe in a thing called love.
But then from there on, we went as a family to a couple of different Butlins, and we went to what we're going to talk about as well with this as well. I think is.
Can I just point out the fact why Pontins and Butlins?
Yeah.
Are they like
rivals?
Two twin evil twin, like twin, not evil twins.
Well,
two twins. That
we'll go on to this, but I think if there is a dark and light, good and bad, I think Pontins is the evil twin out of the two of them. But anyway, and the other thing we're going to talk about is we've been to a lot of caravan sites, but they're still holiday camps, but they're the static caravans, so we've stayed in a lot of those as well. But what I really want to know is what memories do you have? What sums up holiday camps for you?
Hang on, I just need to sit and crank up the brain a little bit. Okay, so holiday camps. So what sums up holiday camps to me?
Yeah, for you, not
for
just
me.
What you know about holiday camps. What experiences have you had with holiday camps?
It's funny because as my life's gone on and I've experienced them in different ways, they very much have changed. There's a clicking in my ear. Sorry, from headphones. Yeah. So when I was younger, it was almost a magical thing, like, with all these different characters there and running about and going, I'm going to go to the caravan and now I'm going to go to the entertainment centre and listen to a guy talk about his tattoos, and now I'm going to go over here and do this and do that, and now I'm going to meet up that kid in the playground and pretend I've got a toy gun and people are going to think I've got a real gun, they're going to think I'm really cool, and because that's what my life was like when I was younger in the Isle of Wight. But
really,
yeah.
You were forming small gangs.
Walked around with my hood up on my own.
Right. And how old were you then? About
Don't know, 7?
7?
Maybe.
Wow.
I don't know. I just guessed that age. I just picked a number
What
between
a fug.
between 1 and 18.
Yeah.
So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, and as I've grown up, they've seemed not that I've been to many,
Yeah.
but the ones we have been to on our camping trips and such like that, it's felt a little bit more, and I think it's possibly the ones we've been to as well, a little bit more grimy, a little bit more.
Right. So as you've noticed your surroundings a lot more.
It's a bit like when you watch a children's film when you're growing up. You watch like Finding Nemo and there's a dirty joke, and you don't understand it until you grow older and watch it again.
Right. I can't really think of a dirty joke in Finding Nemo, and I don't
Nemo
want you to tell me it now.
Probably wasn't the best example, but like you know what I mean. In children's films,
I get what you're saying. I get it's like a lot of things when your memories of something.
I just
perhaps,
thought of one in Robots. Where he gets another nose, he goes, one's for showing, one's for growing. Or blowing, he says blowing. He says blowing.
So you didn't even get the dirty joke right. Okay. Right. So, no, all right. So we've established, bizarrely, that you used to hang around the playgrounds pretending you were a gangster. What about the entertainment?
I prefer to pronounce it gangster.
Right. What about the entertainment? So, it doesn't matter whether we're in the static caravan parks or actually in a proper
Never really
Butlins
understood the static caravan parks. Why not just have a house?
Oh, okay, right. So
having a caravan, it's not going to move.
It just makes sense. It's supposed to be a cheaper way of doing it, and it's just a step up from camping, but not quite a hotel.
Well, anyway, they haven't been on our camping trips.
No, they haven't. And that's a
probably
step down
best,
from camping. That's our trips. So what about the entertainment? Do you enjoy the entertainment of the sites we've been to? I mean, on the whole, is that something you enjoy? I mean, I seem to remember when you were kids that you loved all that. You couldn't get enough of being in the clubhouse when it was all going on.
Yeah, like Butlins was famous, obviously, with their Skyline. They had the Skyline gang. They had also had the circus. That was a really cool thing, having that circus. Although when you're there for a week and they do all the shows throughout the week, and then at the weekend they try and squeeze all their shows into 2 days, that's quite interesting because you can watch the show twice but see it in a shorter space of time.
I didn't even notice that. I was obviously not paying attention.
No, it's probably that bar you were hanging out by.
Yeah, right. Like I drink a lot. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So you did do there was some sort of acrobat. No, what were they?
So there were two female skaters.
Right. Okay.
And they picked me up, but I got picked out from the audience because I screamed the loudest. Wink, wink. And they grabbed me by my arms and legs and they spun around. They both were on roller skates, and they spun around on a small podium really fast whilst holding on to me. One of them almost slipped off.
It strikes me that there was a danger there that you could have easily heaved when they were doing it from motion sickness, and that would have been a show that no one in that place would have forgot.
No, well, yeah, you don't want to be in the splash zone.
Yes, yeah, quite, yeah. I mean, one thing about that as well that I didn't realise and makes perfect sense now is I remember I was somewhere else on the site, and I got a call or a text saying, what do you think? Connor's been asked whether he'd be in that show, and they do it ahead of the show so that when it actually comes to them saying who would like to join us, they've already got the parents' permission.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense, although I do wish I'd shouted out Fix and so I said they asked him earlier. Yeah, it's all a con, he knows them.
They're paying him.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't pay me.
But you enjoyed all that then, yeah?
Yeah, that's one of those things where as you grow up, it's like you kind of claim to fame. Oh yeah, they picked me up on stage and spun me around. 2 attractive girls spun me around the stage. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Well, no, I don't, because it's never happened to me. But.
Oh, well,
look.
They also got me on stage for Too Smart for Drugs to do Countdown, just saying.
Yeah, I know you've done it several times. The reason I ask about it is I have had great times on these holidays, and the caravan holidays have been really funny. We've laughed ourselves silly over certain things that have gone on. The Butlins and Pontins ones, I've got this sort of I don't know whether I don't know what's the matter with me, but I cannot. We talked about this before when we talked about magic and magicians.
Magic.
I really struggle with the entertainment side of these things, and
yeah, you do.
It tends to be the last couple of days, and we go in these. Well, I go in these places, and isn't anything.
We spoke
like
about this from theme parks as well.
As bad as I thought it was, yeah. But I just find it's very much participation, and it just shows me up as being a bit of a misery, really, I think. But I do struggle with that side of it.
The thing is with you is, I feel like it's fair for me to say you are scared of embarrassment. Like, one of your biggest fears is almost embarrassment, and that's not necessarily always for you to be embarrassed. It's for anyone else. This is why you struggle with things like X Factor, which I mean,
like we've said before.
I mean, I struggle with X Factor, but that's for completely different reasons. It's just terrible. But stuff like Britain's Got Talent is you struggle to watch someone else embarrass themselves.
Yeah,
you cringe at it a lot, and you can visibly see you cringe.
Yeah,
you're still interested in these things. You still ask who goes out and what like that. And such
I do,
like that. But
and even with when you're in these camps and you've got, I think they're blue coats in Pontins, I believe, and obviously the famous red coats,
evil blue coats,
and the red coats in Butlins. You walk around the site and you see kids shouting out to the red coats, and
I remember
interacting with them.
I remember walking up to one of the red coats after I did the spinny thing. I went up and just kind of stood at him and smiled. And then he went, legend, because he remembered me for all of 5 minutes throughout the day.
Yeah, but I know that's what they do. But then you see kids reacting to them, and then, I mean, they're obviously a certain kind of person.
Autographs and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. And that is good. And I get that that's really exciting for the kids. And if I'm going to see, I mean, we went to see shows at these places. I think we saw a Queen tribute. And Elvis Presley. We certainly saw a Michael Jackson tribute, which was incredible. Well, there's words to describe it.
Can you remember it?
I can remember it, yeah.
How many drinks in can you remember it?
Oh, that was only because we were having this little game. Every time we went, Shamon, I had to take a swig of a drink.
Can you do it in more in a Michael Jackson way, please?
No, I can't. No.
Yes, you can. Go on.
No, I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it.
I'll look the other way.
No, I don't do impressions anymore. I've had to give that up. Anyway.
Right. Ever since
any time. So I enjoy those, and once I'm in there and once I've relaxed a little bit and it doesn't feel like they're going to pull people up and stay, they're going to do this, do that, that's all fine. And I suppose there is a little bit of a snob in me with some of these things, because
what's he doing there?
Because I've go to places and there's certain camps we've been to that I thought that I'm not really I can't really go into the swimming pool area because I've not got enough tattoos. You look around, I just stick out like a sore thumb.
It's like when we drove through that place that we spoke about on the camping one with the flirting hedgehog and stuff like that, and you felt like you're driving in, you felt like people like these bald guys and stuff like that. Well, nothing wrong with bald guys, but they're just like watching.
What's the matter with bald guys? What you got problem with bald guys?
Bald guys with teardrop tattoos,
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with tattoos. I have no issues with it.
Their hedgehog girlfriend was flirting with us.
Yes, yeah, that was an interesting trip to that camp. And we talked about the kids entertainer that was talking through his tattoos, and as you say, and then after that, just before we came out, I think they had you said a hedgehog, didn't you? I'm trying to think of what the hedgehog's name was.
You mentioned it the other day.
I think
Sorry to spoil
I looked it up.
I remember it.
You can't remember it.
No, I can remember it.
Go on in.
It's Penelope, isn't it? No, it isn't.
No. It's
Penelope the porcupine.
No, it's
Patrick.
Penny Prickles.
Oh, Penny. I knew it was Penny.
Which you have to be very careful saying.
Penelope could be.
Well, it could be, yeah. But she or whoever's in that costume at the time was, we had to get out there quite quickly, didn't we?
Yeah, and invite them back to the tent.
It wasn't great. But then they've got all these. I mean, we've gone to a lot of Havens ones, haven't they? And and they've got their own mascots. Rory the tiger.
Yeah.
The one, Bradley Bear.
I was already singing it.
The CD with Bradley Bear sings. That was a lovely journey backwards and forwards to
come on out
everywhere
to
from
say
about
hello.
a year afterwards.
Yeah, they used to sing that song every time they come out.
I think that was quite nice because they had Anxious Elephant, so they were obviously more aware of the sort of...
they were aware of mental health problems by that point because they had...
and obesity because they had Greedy the Gorilla as well.
Greedy the Gorilla.
DJ Ned and lifeguard Polly. I don't know I don't know if that was someone dressed up. Do you?
I'm not too lifeguard Polly.
No.
Maybe it was just the life. Oh no, I think there was a mascot of kind of the swimming pool area.
Okay, fair enough. Well, the entertainment. We talk about massive, but we're going back to the entertainment. We've seen some of those, like I said, Michael Jackson and the showcase sort of stuff.
King Meets Queen.
Was that King Meets Queen?
King Meets Queen wasn't that Elvis Presley and Queen?
Yeah, so I mean they were all really good, but the one thing they tend to have now is they have quite a lot of specialised weekends, 80s weekends, and there was I think they still do it where they have some of the talent shows. We saw Diversity, didn't we? We saw them. They only did a few minutes, and then Stavros Flatley, and I think a singer as well might have been, but I can't remember who. But they do a lot of that sort of stuff now, so you can go there and there's various different things. I think they
Let's point out though briefly, the Stavros Flatley was a very long time ago. They're very different now.
Oh, they are. You know, like we all are. I can't dance like that now either.
No.
Yeah, so there's all that, and I mean, it is. There's weekends where they have soul weekends and disco weekends and that I get that, and I know people that have been on them and they say they're absolutely brilliant. They're more adult in the fact that I don't think kids are allowed to. A lot of them, huh? Nudity. Well, there probably is, but that's not what they sell it as. But you know,
wink, wink,
wink, wink.
Yep.
Be careful with that. But they didn't see when it would have just been the entertainment, as in the not even a red coats. Probably there were probably brown coats when I went, but they or black and white, so grey coats. When I went, Clever. there was not that sort of thing. They did, they were very traditional in the way they did things. You might have the odd comedian that would come in there and do something, but it wouldn't be anybody particularly famous from what I remember. And quite a lot of the ones we went on...
Might have been a local comedian.
It might have been something like that, but what ones we went to wouldn't necessarily have that sort of entertainment. So you'd go in there might be bingo, or there might be, any number of things. I mean, if you think about Butlins, they've got bowling alleys and they've got the swimming pools with all the shoots and everything like that. So
cinema. That's where we saw Ice Age, wasn't
blimey,
it?
Yeah.
Not Ice Age, but Ice Age 3, Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
The one where it talk about a smelly crack.
Big smelly crack, yeah. Classic.
Which is the only bit I remember out of the whole film. So, but very funny.
After this, I'll do a synopsis of the entire film for you, if you like.
Well, I'll wait until you do a bit of dialogue from it, and then you'll do the entire film anyway, won't you? So.
What, you mean because I can't stop?
No, because you can't stop. We had that in films, but anyway,
can't stop, won't stop.
Just test you on something for the minute.
All right, hang on.
The Skyline.
Have I revised for this?
I don't know. This is from your memory. I want this from your memory. Skyline
Crank
gang.
It up again.
Right.
Yep.
Can you remember their names?
Yes. No.
Right. I'm gonna check them off as you say them.
All right. Number 1.
Yep.
Dude.
Yep.
I think all I've got. Number 2, there was a dog called Brian.
No, there was a dog.
Yeah, there was a dog. I know there was a dog called Shaggy.
No, Rainbow.
Obvious.
Yeah, Rainbow the dog. So you've got 1 so far.
Well, no, I got. Oh no, yeah, I didn't get the dog right, did I? There was a pink one called Lady Butterkiss Cornflakes, and there was a purple girl called Schlurple. There was a.
Did you ever see these at all?
Yes, there was a green guy called Derek, and he also went to the beach with his family last week. And
you've never seen the Skyline Gang.
I have seen the Skyline Gang. I've got their hat and everything.
What are you talking about? I think you've only mentioned Dude because we bought you a hat with Dude written on it.
Yeah, and I saw the Skyline Gang because we saw them twice that week because, like I said, they do the same shows twice when they do them a weekend. And then in the first show, all 6 of them were there because I think there's 6. And then,
well, you've missed.
And then, sorry, have I finished? And then the weekend bit, one of them was ill, so one of them was missing.
Oh, right, I didn't realise that. Mm-hmm. Right, so you got Dude.
Yep.
There's Candy.
Obviously, I mentioned that.
Sprout.
Yep, the green one.
Yep. Giblets.
Yep, the brown one.
Dirtbox.
I feel like I just made up.
Stinky. Yep. Bud. Pip. Mimo and Mitzi. So you didn't get hardly any of them.
Yeah,
that's poor show, really.
Yeah, I feel like you didn't get all of them as well.
No, I copied that down from somewhere, so that's a terrible attempt at trying to remember your. Yeah, I thought you had good memories from holiday camps. I thought this was something that you look back on fondly. But again, you seem to remember very little of...
No, because I remember the things that matter, like me and Becky going out on our bikes and riding towards each other and pretending we're like the Red Arrows and then high-fiving in the middle and calling it the crossover and stuff like that.
That's one of the good things about... That was at Butlins, and that was one of the good things about being in a place like that is it's self-contained. So, all right, there are some roads within there where but the majority of the time we could let you go out on your bikes and we knew you'd be all right because there was nowhere really for you to go.
Everyone was keeping an eye out for each other.
And the traffic, there was no traffic in there, so that I like the idea.
Any traffic there was aware that there was kids around.
But what's your experiences of the actual static caravans? Because I think the Butlins and Pontins, not so much in Pontlins because that's like an army barracks. Army barracks. But the ones for Butlins seemed seemed okay. Seemed pretty standard sort of stuff. But when you stay in the static caravans, my memories of those were some odd sort of, because there's a space, because there isn't as much space as you'd like. I can remember lying in one bed, and if I wanted my feet to not stick out the bottom, I had to pretty much sit up. As soon as I laid down, my feet hung out the bottom of the bed, and I'm not that tall. I mean, we did laugh about I was quite near to the window, and you could have opened the window, I could have stuck my feet out there. But I can remember another bed, a single bed, where for some reason at the end of it, it was cut off in a sort of diagonal. So I don't know if they get a lot of pirates with wooden legs or whatever. But you couldn't sleep on it without having to curl up and tuck one of your legs over.
One of my big things with I'm going to try that one again. Whenever I hear someone mention caravans, I always think of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, because it was quite often it's your birthday when we're on holiday, isn't it?
Yeah, so. Summer born and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and that one year where everything was Teenage Mutant
Ninja Turtles, yeah.
In a caravan.
Yes.
That was a good birthday. I enjoyed that.
No. I can remember you because you shared with your nan.
Always Nanny Joy. Well, not always, but near enough always.
I think she would always say that you kept falling out of bed and rolling under the bed, and she'd have to try.
There's a classic story from Becky where she was getting quite upset about having to call me out from under the bed because I'd roll out of bed and rolled under. But Nanny Joyce used to say she would have to catch me before I rolled out of bed at night.
Right. So, but that's the problem with that because you're all on top of each other, really. I mean, I think when Sue came with us, she was in living, like the sort of settee area which you could make out into a bed as well. So we've had a lot of that where we've all been sort of...
Which is one up from her because she normally sleeps on the floor at home, doesn't she?
I think she's got a bed now.
She's got a bed now.
She'll appreciate you mentioning that. So
Susan!
But she's back on the podcast.
She gets a shout out every single one.
Every single one. Well, with me, when we were younger, I mean, my experiences of these things, I mean, you probably remember, we went to you don't remember because you weren't there, but you probably heard me talk about Croyd Bay.
Is this the one we...
Well, there was that holiday. Now, that holiday there was a number of things happened when we used to go on a holiday to these
like
places.
Father Ted?
Was it like Father Ted in his caravan?
Yeah.
Very much so, yeah. But Nan used to like to say, we'll go for a little walk, where we'd end up sort of in about 20 miles round the coast and then have to walk back again. So she's like these epic ones. But on the same sort of things, we had one where I went down to get, I think I went just down to have a look. I was a bit fed up when I got out of the caravan. Left my brother and my mum and dad in the caravan, went down for a walk, came back, had a little walk up, walked past the car, up into the caravan, through the caravan into the little settee bit at the end where the telly was, and I was just sitting there, and this woman came out, and this bloke behind her, and the woman was sort of in her underwear and that, and the bloke behind her was looking a bit shocked, and they're looking at me. And I'm thinking, what are they doing in my caravan? Obviously, it wasn't my caravan.
No.
I walked into someone else's caravan.
Classic Father Ted moment.
Yeah, and what made it worse was that apparently at the time they were talking to my brother, Mick, and they were saying, and they were looking out the window and go, oh, here comes David. Oh, where's he going? He's just gone into that sort of caravan. And all they did was laugh at me about it. It's the same holiday that my Dad told me to get up. There was this lookout, there was a big pole, and it had sort of steps going, but you could look out from the top. But it was literally just a wooden pole, and he got me to climb up the top there. And then I got a little bit scared because I wasn't that old and couldn't get down. And then there's pictures of me. I can't remember them helping me down, but there's pictures of me stuck up the top of the pole. But it's those sort of experiences. We went golf.
It's a shame I never met Grandad Terry. Sounds like a laugh.
You'd have had a blast. But playing golf.
Winding you up, me and him winding you up.
Yeah, exactly. Playing golf, and we got there, and it was a private course, and me and my brother and my dad played golf. They were good, but I wasn't. And I remember looking from the car as my dad went over there and in his way, hello, Chief, any chance we could play on the golf course, and it's a private course, so you shouldn't be able. And they looked at him, and I can remember him smiling at him and saying, all right, and he gave him a bit of money, and we started. But there was no one else on the course. And the reason was they knew what was going to happen, and the rain, like you'd never seen before, came down on us on this, and it was by the coast, this particular one. And we were so wet, and I can remember my brother hitting a shot, and the golf club went further than his ball went because of that. And these were all in the same holiday, but they're experiences. That's what makes your holiday what it is.
Yeah,
and we seem to have quite a lot of that stuff. It still happens now, doesn't it? We talked about.
I think so much. I think the golf story even came up in the camping one.
It might well have, yeah.
But it was so good, we had to say it twice.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. But they're all memories. I mean, it's nice to be able to look back at these things, and for every holiday we've been on, there's been things that still make us laugh. And the people we were on that holiday with, we spent most of our time laughing, which has got to be a good thing.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
But I think holiday camps, definitely for a certain period of your life. I think when you've got kids, small kids, they're quite good, because they'll love it, and you can sort of relax a little bit. As you get older, I'm not so sure. Maybe going back for these weekends when they do these special things. Never done it, but maybe I'll do that one day. But certainly a place for them.
Yeah,
I'm just not sure if it's my cup of tea.
Maybe one day I'll take some future children if I ever had them there.
Yeah, I wouldn't just take any children. I'd wait until you've actually got your own.
But I mean. Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
what?
no, I was going to say, if you do take other children, at least you can give them back.
That's very true.
That's a good thing about it.
Is that what you're going to take my children to?
Yeah, no, I'll take your children. Yeah, teach them all the stuff that they need to be taught, and then hand them back to you.
Oh, because I won't be teaching them those things, no.
Not the sort of things I'll be teaching them. No, I won't.
You'll be teaching them how to swear in different languages.
Absolutely, I'll make sure that they come back to you with all sorts of new talents.
Well, in that case then, we're talking about things being really fun and new things. I've been hearing about some new talent. Have you heard about some new talent?
Oh, well, we normally would have a period where we have a sponsor. A sponsor would come on to here and talk about their product.
We've got enough money from sponsors.
Oh, we don't
exist.
Yeah, we've made so much money. I mean, it's unreal. But we thought we'd start showcasing some of the talent from around the world. You know, these people might be going to a Butlins near you soon.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're going to play the song first or introduce them or.
Well, what we'll do is we'll introduce them.
Yep. Okay.
And then play the song.
Okay. Well, this is brand new, and it's from Unishaku.
Oh, that was good. Physical.
Did you like that?
Yeah. Where did you find them?
Remarkable is the word. Well, you know, I have my contacts. That's obviously we talked about Unishiku. That's from his debut album, Unishiku, and it's called Unishiku, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, but I mean, there's no end to this person's talents, and I look forward. I think they're going to just, you know, blow everybody away.
I look forward to seeing if they've got any more.
Oh, it's catchy. That's what I think. If you're going to write a song, yeah. Bali. Yeah, so I mean, if it's got something, it's got a hook like that. That's people don't, you know, since the Beatles.
No one makes music like this nowadays.
No, they don't. No one makes music like that at all. And you know, I don't quite know whether that's a good thing or a bad. No,
what I love about it is
bad thing they don't make music like that.
It's this sudden end. Bali.
Oh, there's no good doing, you know, fade out.
Because everyone does fade out. Yeah.
No, we don't want none of that, do we?
And like and something like that. Like the end of that was just a solid gong.
Well, if you like that, I've got some treats coming up for you in weeks to come.
Yeah, more by Anushiku.
Well, there may be the follow up from Anushiku. You know. We'll see. I don't want to promise something and then disappoint you. But
you've got to have talks with them, haven't they? Because, I mean, we're releasing this stuff, like we're sharing it with the world for free because we care about local talent. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how local they are, but yeah, exactly. But no, we'll see.
I feel like they're really local to me.
Do you?
Yeah, maybe live next door.
live in the next bedroom.
Next door? Next bedroom.
Oh, right. I was going to say, they're going to be upset about that if they... No. So I'm pleased, and I'll pass on your appreciation and your comments to Inishiku, and hopefully that'll, you know, spark him off to do something else.
Yeah. Well, on to the next thing then. This has been a strange one because we don't normally do things in this kind of order, but rather than just playing the game time sting, I'm going to introduce the game time sting, then play the game time sting, then go into game time. How does that sound?
You do what you like, as long as you play it.
Here's the game time sting.
Game time.
Woohoo! Oh, Dad, I've clicked record as you were drinking. This is a poor timing.
That wasn't.
Well, let's just carry on going.
Yep.
It's game time.
It's game time. So no.
Sorry, I can't help it.
There's a time and a place for Unishiku. No, so what I thought was when we've been to these holiday camps, that's what we're doing. Holiday camps. There's often been sort of tribute acts, and when you look at these tribute acts, some of them have got pretty bland names, but some of them come up with absolutely corking names. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a name of a band. It'll probably be obvious, or an artist. It'll probably be obvious who they are a tribute band for or tribute artist for, but I want you to tell me whether it's real, as in they are an artist out there under that name, or I've made it up.
All
Okay,
right.
it's really simple.
Do you have a sting for this?
Yeah, I thought you just played the sting.
No, I played the sting for game time. No, I
Oh,
played
for
this-
goodness sake. Okay, hit my sting.
Ooh, hit my sting.
Yeah, kiss my sting.
Are these real? Are these fake? Hurry up, for goodness sake.
Oh, what a lovely sting that was.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that would have explained exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah, now we've just got all these different stings.
Yeah, and I'm confused. Yeah,
I'm
I can't
confused.
be doing with
How
all
many
this
stings have we done?
post-edit stuff. Yeah. Anyway,
Post edit.
edit, whatever. So, you ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
Right. Okay. Number one. Blobby Williams.
Blobby Williams. Is that kind of Blobby Williams? So this is a real or not real?
Yeah. Is this a tribute act or is this something I've made up?
Blobby Williams. I don't know, because I think Blobby's sounds too familiar to Mr. Blobby. Unless it is Mr. Blobby doing a Robbie Williams tribute act, in which case I'm going to say not real.
It's real.
Is it really?
It's real, and it's a rotund Robbie Williams tribute act. So, I mean,
a rotund.
Funny. I thought that was a hilarious one. I'd go and see him just based on the name.
Fair enough.
Well, okay. What about the?
Because you wouldn't go see Robbie Williams, though, would you?
Huh?
You wouldn't go see Robbie Williams.
No, I wouldn't see him. I couldn't stand him. I'd go and see Blobby Williams. What about
us? What about
21 Pylons?
21 Pylons.
Yep.
Is that a tribute act of 21 Pilots?
Yep.
Yeah, right. I don't think they're that kind of band in the fact that they have a tribute act.
You don't?
I mean, they're one of my favourite bands, but I don't think they would have a tribute act like that. I'm going to say not real.
Yeah, it's not real. Made that one up. Okay.
What would you think they would be their shtick then if there were 21 Pylons?
I don't know.
Do you reckon they'd all be dressed like a pylon?
To be honest, when I've started looking through these things, that wouldn't be the weirdest thing that I've seen.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
It could well be. Right, okay. What about Noasis?
Noasis.
No way, sis.
Noasis. Are they
Yeah.
a female Oasis? They
No,
sound like...
I don't believe so, but
Oh, I'm thinking they might be like sisters. Like Oasis are brothers. This one I reckon is real.
it is real. Okay, moving on.
Do you not know much about them then?
Well, just an Oasis tribute act. I'm not going to give you a big sort of reveal on each particular one of
Well,
these.
you
There's
said-
quite a lot of these.
But some of them you have, yeah?
Oh, yeah, some of them. What about the Red Hot Chili Pipers?
Red Hot Chili Pipers. This is Billy Piper's tribute band of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, isn't it? I would say this one sounds real.
You think it sounds real?
Yeah.
It is real.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's exactly what they say. I think it's bagpipes, and they.
Oh, bagpipes. Excellent.
Oh, what was it? Bagpipes.
Oh, bagpipes.
Okay, you think that's real?
Can you do an
What
impression of
about
bagpipes?
S Club 3.
It's Club 3.
Yeah,
There's 3 of them, yeah?
yeah.
No, I think... See, S Club 3 could just be S Club as gradually people leave. I'm going to say that one's not real. Myth.
No, it's true. They came back, and there was only 3 of them. I think it interchanges.
So it's not
to
a
which
tribute
ones-
act then, is
no,
it?
it's not a tribute act.
So that one
exactly
is-
the right
that
word.
one
Well,
is
I
a
just
myth.
threw that one in, but
Oh,
it
right.
just makes me laugh that they called themselves S Club 3, that's all. Okay, what about
Wasn't it
Red
S Club
Zeppelin?
Junior as well?
Huh?
Wasn't there an S Club Junior?
Yeah, they were.
Would they be considered a tribute act?
No.
Did they have their own songs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dread Zeppelin.
Dread Zeppelin.
Yep.
That one sounds like it could be real. That one sounds like a heavy metal version. No?
No.
You're shaking your head.
No. They're a reggae version.
A reggae version.
Dreadlock.
Dreadlocks,
Zeppelin.
Dread. Yeah, that makes sense. But
That
I
sounds
was
like something
right.
I'd like to
though.
go and see, yeah. What about Will Young?
Will Young.
Yeah.
Is,
Vietnamese Will Young tribute band. Tribute
Vietnamese.
artist. Huh?
Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to go based on when we did the Aliens episode and I put in too much effort explaining something, I'm going to go based on that and say this one's fake.
Yeah, it is fake, isn't it?
Because you explained it too much.
Will Young, isn't it? The enemy's Will Young tribute act. Okay, what about the Foo Fighters?
Oh no. This one's going to be myth.
It is fake.
But you want it to be real, don't you?
I want it to be real. What about Shirley Bassey?
Surely Bassey. That was going to be... Yeah, you're finding these two funny. I'm going to go that was a myth as well.
No, that's true.
That was true.
And that I saw on the back of a flyer when I was delivering stuff in Brentwood, and it made me laugh
because he's a postman
for a long, long while. Shirley Bassey.
How do you know I remember you talking about it now?
Unbelievable.
Oh.
Okay, next one. Lewis Cupholder.
Lewis Cup? Who's that meant to be? Oh, Capaldi.
Yeah.
Do you know what made this interesting if I tried to name the actual band?
Well, yeah, I was thinking you were going to do that anyway. Some of them are fairly obvious.
Yeah, fair enough. And I keep thinking of Phil Wang, but he's a comedian. But that was the Will Young one. Anyway,
Will Young.
What was this? What was this one we were doing again?
Lewis Cupholder.
Lewis Cupholder. Oh, this one's got to be a myth. That's just dreadful.
Yeah, it is a myth. It's one of the worst ones on here. Phony M.
Phony M. Is that Eminem?
No.
Phony M.
You quoted me some lyrics from Phony M, or not Phony M, but from Boney M.
Boney M.
Rasputin.
Rasputin.
Yeah, there you go. Right. So
I just didn't know they did it. I know it now.
Exist?
Phony M. I only know one song. No, what's the point?
They do exist.
They do exist, and do Boney M have more than one song?
Yes, they have lots of songs.
What other songs?
Brown Girl in the Ring. Tra la 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 la.
Is that one song or two songs?
No, that's one song.
Oh, okay.
Ra Ra Rasputin. And some others. They've definitely done quite a few.
So two.
No, they've done quite a few, but I just can't remember what they are at the moment. What about Earth, Wind and Brian?
Earth, Wind and Brian. This sounds like... Is it Earth, Wind and Fire?
Yeah.
Alright, so this sounds like someone's taken Earth, Wind and Brian. So they've taken Earth, Wind and Fire and they've mixed it with... what's the... Monty Python. And they've put the two together and they've made Earth, Wind and Brian. And I reckon it's real.
No, I've made that one up.
Oh, okay. Did you like my...
Well, I say I've made it up. I don't know if out there someone
You know what, though?
Yeah.
You say you made it up. What's to stop us making it up and actually doing it?
Well, quiet. What about Amy Weinstein?
No, I recognise this one. Amy Weinstein. Amy Winehouse, by the way, for anyone listening. That one's going to be true.
It is true. I didn't think you'd get that.
Yeah. I don't know how I knew that.
All right. Okay. What about Rob Marley and the Wafers?
Rob Marley, like Bob Marley and the
Wailers. But it's
See,
Rob Marley
only
and the
Bob
Wafers.
Marley and the Wafers. That one is true. I could see someone doing that.
You can. No, I made that up.
Oh. It was I can is us.
Exactly.
He's a buffalo soldier.
Let's go. What about Liam Fury and the Blackheads?
Liam Fury.
Ian Dury and the Blockheads. But it's Liam Fury and the Blackheads.
Band of what songs?
Hit me with your rhythm stick.
Hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can't sing too much because otherwise we'll just get copyrighted and stuff like that. That one is... I feel like I could see someone doing that. True.
No, made that up as well.
All right, okay.
What about the Boomtown Cats?
Boomtown Cats. That actually sounds like an actual Boomtown Cats.
Boomtown Rats. That were.
Boomtown Cats. That's not too far off. That one's true.
It is true.
It's not even funny.
All right. Well, I'll email them and tell them that you don't think they're funny. What about the Jimmy Horlicks Experience?
Jimmy Horlicks?
Hendrix,
right, okay. Jimmy Horlicks Experience. Was it called Jimi Hendrix Experience?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was
Jimi. Well, it is Jimi Hendrix, but the band was Jimi Hendrix Experience.
What, the whole band is called Jimi Hendrix Experience? Oh, okay, fair enough. I just thought, because like a lot of people, just when it's one artist, just go off based off just that name. Like Peter Capaldi, if he had a band with him, he wouldn't call him
Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, Peter Capaldi.
You mean Lewis Capaldi? Right, okay. Jimmy Horlick's Experience.
Yes.
No, mate. What about the Kings of Ian?
Kings of Ian, that was, yeah, definitely. Kings of Leon.
No doubt.
Oh, my God.
And your last one.
What, we've gone through?
Yeah, I know. Well, I've been whistling through these, yeah.
So this is 22?
What is it? I've 23 of them. Tina Turnip.
That one's true.
No, I made that one up.
Oh, my God. Most of these were made up. You've just been sitting there having a laugh.
I'll tell you what, right?
The fact is, most of them at the end were made up. So you've researched them and just gone, yeah, this one sounds funny now. This one sounds funny.
In the end, all I was doing was trying to think up bands and then trying to think up how to manipulate their names and make myself laugh. I don't know why the Kings of
most of it's just making yourself laugh.
The Kings of Ian made me laugh more than it should have, really. But yes. No, so there you go. I'm Will Young. That was a particular favourite of mine. So I reckon you got a fair few of them right, but I'm not sure.
Do you reckon Kings of Ian sing songs about taxes and stuff? That sounds like an Ian thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, your
taxi's on fire. Yeah.
That sounds like your taxi's on fire, doesn't it? Your taxi driver.
It could be. You're right, it could be. I'd pay money to see Tina Turnip. But then so would many other people as well. But no, I think the thing about tribute bands is, we talked about this before, quite often the people in the tribute bands are more accomplished musicians than the people in the original bands. You know, I mean, obviously there are some fantastic musicians out there, but these are people that I was going to say get paid to do it for a living, but they're the sort of people that would be, if they weren't doing the tribute bands, would be out there doing sets from other different, like, multitude of bands.
They live and breathe music to the point that they just want to do it all the time, even if they're not the ones writing it.
Yeah, and quite often bands will get together and they won't be that good at first, but they get better as as the years go by, or they've got a rawness to them that's quite special. So some of these people are more established.
Some people come together and they struggle to start off with. People like Onushiku, though,
Onushiku's very
original,
the
start, aren't they?
And and I hope and pray that he continues down the same path and doesn't bend to what people want, rather than to what he wants to do.
I don't think Onishiku uses pronouns like he or she or him or her. I think he's just a it.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So yeah, fair enough. But we'll see. It'll be exciting to see what comes next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right then, now, Dad. Wow, that was a lot of connectives there, wasn't it? Really. So, I think that's about it. But have we heard from anyone recently? Because I've been thinking if there's been any emails come through, any letters or messenger pigeons or owls.
Owls and messenger pigeons.
Yeah.
Yes, I have had a couple. Here we go. What have I got here?
Would you mind just moving your head just a little bit back from the mic?
Oh, why am I shouting? Sorry.
You just got a bit closer.
Overly excited about.
You need to get overexcited.
Hi guys, big fan. Oh, well, thank God
Good
for that.
Start that.
Now, we've been getting some grief over the last.
Have you just been putting away the grief, because you can't share all of them, because some of them are quite.
Oh, quite explicit. Some of them, especially the stuff that's sent to you. Yeah, and I've had a few things arrive in the post that I don't really want to speak about. Anyway, hi gals, hi guys,
hi gals.
Big fan. I'm having a birthday party for my 6-year-old stepdaughter Broccoli a week on Saturday. A lovely name. She loves magic, so I was wondering if you were available for a 25-minute slot between a man who makes balloon reptiles and tortoise spinning, which is due to start at 4. I'm not sure that tortoise spinning is something you're allowed to do, is it? On sticks? Do you reckon on the top of
not
sticks?
Since the Geneva Convention, no.
No. I haven't got any money, but I have lots of cheese. Here's hoping, Mario from Little Italy in Pitsy.
Do you like cheese?
I'll do anything for cheese, really. No, that's a terrible thing to say. I won't do anything for cheese, but I'll do quite a lot of things for cheese.
He's got a list.
Mario, we'll get back to you on that one. I'll check our diaries and see if we're available.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
When is it? Sorry.
It doesn't say.
I was going to make it very hard.
So it's going to be difficult to.
If we just go there every weekend, just hope for the best.
Until the party's on. Okay, I've got another one. It's called Offer. Dear Father and Son.
Is Offer just someone mispronouncing the word otter? Or?
Well, I'll tell you by the time we get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
Dear Father and Son, I listen to your podcast about books as I'm a big time publisher and am always on the lookout for ideas and new talent.
Yes.
Wow. I am currently pulling together a book of short stories written by intellectually challenged individuals, and I'm interested in using yours. I don't know if he's talking just about your ones, or if this is successful, there will be follow-ups. Please can you ask your carer or guardian to contact me as a matter of urgency. Yours sincerely, Big Time Billy, Billy Books and Petting Zoo, The City.
He's a Petting Zoo and Books.
They might be otters. Well, I'll tell you what, I can't believe it. We've had 2 offers of work.
The tuna fish.
What?
I reckon it's that book, the tuna one.
You reckon it's your one?
Yeah.
Why would it be your one?
Well, because of Tommy, Tilly, Tallulah,
No. I think
all those kids. Think about all those names.
Well,
and kids being excited.
yes, that's fair enough, and they are all excited.
Just to clarify, anyone who hasn't listened to the previous podcast, it was books, and at the end of it, we wrote short stories, and they were actually quite good. I thought.
Did you think it?
Well,
Yeah.
they were interesting. They were certainly interesting.
Yeah, well, interesting. Yeah, maybe interesting. I'm trying to think. We did have some follow-ups, didn't we? Did you write any more after that one particular one?
What? Any more stories?
Yeah.
No.
You didn't?
No.
All right. I had follow-ups to mine. Because my one was... I can't even remember what it was called now.
A slightly
disappointing day at the seaside. The follow-up was a very average morning at the zoo. Then there's a shocking time at the museum. A difficult day at the adoption agency. Derek's day in court. Betty, Colin and a drive-by shooting. I'm not sure that was one of mine. Molly can't find her phone charger, and Fanny finds a friend.
No.
So right, I'm well ahead of it.
I've worked out what you're doing here.
What?
You're trying to work your way. You're trying to weasel your way into selling more stories by saying, "Oh, I've prepared all these, but Connor over there hasn't prepared more." That's what you're doing, isn't it?
Well, you know the answer to that, don't you?
The answer to that is that's all we've got time for.
Okay, goodbye. Don't tell me we're actually going to sign off this one quite quickly.
No, because we still need to go for everything else.
All right.
So, Kate, well, just prepare yourself. Ready, Dad?
Oh,
See if you can hold your breath throughout me saying everything.
Okay, away you go.
3, 2, 1. Right, so, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I've enjoyed myself. Have you enjoyed yourself, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good. Good to hear. In case you haven't already, we've got lots of different social media platforms. We've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Remember to follow us on those and subscribe on whatever podcast platform you are using. As I said, we are available on, well, pretty much all of them now, so please make sure you do so. But then, other than that, I think that's everything I've got to say then, Dad. Have you got anything to say?
Yes, yeah, I'd just like to say goodbye and thank you for listening.
All right, well, bye. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.